Okay, here's the '04 Mercedes. It's ML, and it's having some clunking sounds when I take off from a stop, you know, after abusing it off-road a little bit. And so I decided to loosen the axles, and I was going to take the front differential out completely. And there's the front drive shaft, which I was going to take out first, and then let's see, I got my transfer case drained because the problem wound up being in the transfer case here, which, oh wow, you can't see nothing here. How about this? The transfer case was making a lot of noise when I disconnected the drive shaft. So I've drained it. I gotta take the solenoid out and possibly this plate over here, I don't know. And then I can just undo all these bolts here at the bottom and slide it out so I can replace the chain. So yeah, I'm starting to take the rear drive shaft off also. I don't know if you can see that. I got the bolts out of this side, but I gotta take more bolts out on the top side, and I gotta do the rear part of the drive shaft and then the support, and then I'll be able to slide this out. Let's see how it goes. This is a W163, and I think I can do this. I saw one guy post a video about this, but it was kind of old, and he didn't say whether it was a 163 or a 164, but from the looks of the case, I think it was a W163 that he was able to replace the chain just taking this back cover off. Anyway, so we're going to find out if that's true, and let me get back to you on that. Alright, so here's the rear drive shaft. I've got most of the bolts out. This is the only one left holding it in here on this back end. And then I just saw this tag here. Let's see if I'll flip the phone around so that we can read it. It says you're not supposed to take it off without the mating thing. So I guess I gotta mark it somehow, how it goes on here. I got that pink thing, and I get something to mark it with over there. And I guess over here too. Where's the light? Over here too, I got all the bolts off of the front drive shaft now. And I don't know if I gotta take this box off, but I definitely have to take this solenoid thing out. I think it's for high and low. So that's got to come out so that the case can come off and have enough room once I have the drive shaft out of the way. Okay, so these were like a 6mm hex wrench, and I just used an Allen wrench with a pipe on the end to break them loose and get them out. And the back one is 5/8. It seems like 7/16. Don't try it like I did, and I rounded off the ends of one of the bolts before I realized I was rounding it off. But use a 5/8, and then you can get those bolts out, and for the drive shaft at the back end. Okay, so this part's gonna come off next, and well, that says the drive shaft here, and I gotta undo that carrier housing thing here. I don't know if you can see that is bolted onto bolts or on the other side of these holes, and you gotta get them from the top underneath. So I gotta figure out if I can squeeze in there and get those next. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I got the drive shaft off my transfer case now. I've drained the fluid from here, this bottom plug on the transfer case, and I had to take the shield off that was in front of it. There were 2 bolts there and one right there that I had to take off to get the cover plate off. And yeah, I'll show you. This is the drive shaft. I marked it before taking it off, and right there, those 2 holes, there was 2 bolts holding the center support for the drive shaft. And I don't know if you can see it, but I slid it back. Here's the drive shaft. I was able to slide it backwards once I removed the 2 center supports, and that gives me room now to slide the back of the transfer case off. But first I have to take this device off. I believe it's what changes it from low to high gear. And I'm looking at the bolts on the back of this cover, and that one right there looks like it's loose. So I don't know if this thing shifted its position or what. It was working when I was driving it, but I'll have to take a closer look at that. And well, this has to come off completely anyway, because otherwise it's going to hit the exhaust pipe and I can't slide this cover back. So I'll be taking that off. I don't know if I have to take this black box off, but we'll see. If I need to, I will. But hopefully that's enough room to get the trans cover off completely. I don't know if this exhaust pipe's going to be in the way. We'll find out.